Good music choice, yeah. No, it's good, I like it. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. So my name is Zach, and I'm gonna talk to you about Elsen. So at Elsen, we help you test your ideas faster. So actually, I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine and a user of the platform, Gary. So Gary is a super smart quant asset manager, but unfortunately, Gary wastes a lot of time and opportunities testing his ideas. So let's actually walk through Gary's workflow and see how Elsen helps him out. So first off, we've been working with data providers, wink wink, FinTech Sandbox, everyone. Come on, guys, okay. For quite a while, and so we have a really nice high-performant managed database to help Gary out. Then using the Elsen point-and-click interface, he can explore that data and modify it very easily. He can then, either using Elsen's domain-specific language or that nice interface, start actually building his alpha factor model. And then once Gary actually hits that go button, this is where he's really going to see the power behind the Elsen system. So Elsen's real secret sauce is the processing of these complex financial strategies. And usually what we're able to see is like 50 to 60x performance increases. So Gary really likes that. And then Gary will get his results back and be able to assess them. So what's great about this overall process is Gary gets much more immediate feedback on how his strategy would have performed. And when Gary gets more immediate feedback on his strategy, he can test more ideas. And if Gary can test more ideas, he makes more money. And Gary likes money. So let's actually jump into a demo of the platform. So as we're all aware, there's a lot of data, like a lot of it. But with the Elsen platform, it's very easy to start quickly exploring that data and manipulating it. So let's look at something simple like the S&P 500. And voila, we get a nice, interactive, pretty chart showing that return. So what we're actually seeing here is these little warp expression blocks. So what we did at Elsen is we actually created our own domain-specific language, specifically designed to solve this problem. So it works really, really well. And yeah, you can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So let's do something slightly more complicated. Let's actually break down the S&P 500 by the different sectors. And quickly, we can see all of those right on top of each other, be able to interact with it. We also have a really nice data catalog, so you can visually explore all the data that you have access to. No problem. So now that we kind of understand the basics, let's do something a little bit more complicated. So Gary really likes technology companies. So let's actually look at what are the top companies in the tech sector within the S&P 500. And easy peasy, we can get that data right there. So now that we kind of understand this, we can actually start looking at more, I guess, like growth and value characteristics, because Gary wants to create a new GARP strategy. So we can create a new cell at the top, actually start exploring that data, and get all those values right there. Now Gary can actually click on the top and actually share all this research with the rest of his team. And so what's great about this is from a compliance standpoint, everything is hosted in that Elsen system, which means that everything that's created, everything that everyone has access to, modifications, can be easily found, which is really helpful. So now that we've kind of explored some of this growth and value data, let's actually create a factor for it, or a factor model for it. So we'll switch over to our factor model view. And what we're doing on the left is these are kind of different time series that Gary would want to put within his growth at a reasonable price strategy. And then he can apply different weightings. And again, these can be those warp expression blocks. So you can create very sophisticated strategies very easily. At the bottom, you'll kind of get a sample of those. But we can actually move over to the factor tester and actually see how this factor would have performed against historic conditions. So this is a demo, but it usually does go really, really fast. So sweet, Gary's strategy, the top did better than the bottom. Then right below that, we can see the information coefficient. We can get all the top-bottom statistics. Then below that, we can get all the risk-return statistics for all those different fractiles. You can also drill into the security analysis, see every single fractile, every single rebalance period, every single constituent. So you know exactly what's going on within that test, which is really important. So now that we kind of like this strategy, we can go over to the portfolio tester and now start applying more real-world conditions to see how the strategy would have performed in the real world. And then Gary can actually send this to his trading desk, and they can start making money off of it, which is great. Yeah, so that's kind of a very quick overview of the Elsen platform. So I guess the one thing that I kind of wanted to say at the end is the Elsen platform helps you test your ideas faster. If you're a quant or an asset manager or you work with an asset firm and you're doing anything other than testing ideas, you're wasting your time and money. So if you want to save time and make more money, come talk to Elsen. Thank you.